All right, we're now being joined by Ambassador Ajay Bisaria, former Indian ambassador to Canada. Ambassador Bisaria, thanks very much indeed for talking to WION this afternoon. Let me begin by asking you that, this is a major setback for Trudeau. What are the implications of this for his own political career? Jagmeet Singh has been Trudeau's right-hand man, many believe, for the last 2 years and brings together a large support base.
Well, it is a setback for Trudeau, but it's not entirely unsurprising. Uh, I think what Jagmeet Singh and the NDP did was read the writing on the wall. Clearly, the Liberal Party is low in the approval numbers, and with it, the brand of the NDP was also suffering. So, what the NDP has done by pulling the plug, or what they used to call the supply and confidence agreement being ripped off, is to essentially say that they want to distance their brand from the failing Liberal brand for the elections that are due in by October 2025. And clearly the Conservatives are in the lead, and the Liberals have faced 3 elections in the last 10 years, so they face a huge anti-incumbency. So what the NDP has done is try to distance itself to give itself a chance of a better showing in the elections, or fearing that its own brand would be driven down by the Liberals.
Yeah. Clearly opportunistic policies or politics, obviously, by the NDP. But, Trudeau has clearly said that he's not going to be looking at early elections, and they're going to happen in October 2025, even though he's in a minority government and Conservatives are likely to get quite a large mandate, if you will, to look at the polls as of now.
That's right. Trudeau has a minority government. He has 154 of the 338 seats in the House of Commons. So he needs the support either of the NDP or the Bloc Québécois to get through in a no confidence vote. But the likely scenario is that in case of a no confidence motion, the Canadian system is like the Indian system, parliamentary system. So in case of what they call a non-confidence motion, the NDP is still likely to vote for the Liberal government, even though it tears up the agreement, because an early election doesn't suit them either. Mm-hmm. So the early elections doesn't suit the Liberals. They don't suit the NDP. It certainly suits the Conservatives. But they're likely to get into this opportunistic alliance of not being supporters of the government, yet not voting against it in a no confidence motion. And I think we could expect early elections in the sense next year, perhaps around March, April, but not imminently in the next couple of months.
Right. And Ambassador Bisaria, what does this really say about, Trudeau's own domestic policies and also his foreign policies? Where do you think, he slipped? There have been many occasions of that, but if you could highlight some of those.
Yes, and from India's point of view, this alliance between the NDP and the Liberal pushed Trudeau into making statements that were against India's interests in Parliament, unnecessarily raising the noise, unnecessarily giving space to a lot of radicals and a lot of Khalistanis who also support the NDP party. So I think it was certainly an opportunistic alliance. It was certainly distorting the politics, and hopefully with this change, there would be a change in the politics as well, because certainly the people don't seem to approve policies that tend to go into a very radical direction.
Right. Ambassador Ajay Bisaria, thanks very much indeed for joining us this afternoon and sharing your thoughts on what's happening in Canada.
Thank you for having me.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.